All right, here we go. Boy, has it been a journey, let me tell you. I've been through quite an ordeal over the last week or so, basically getting my internet upgraded, and oh my god, what a hassle. Nothing makes me more anxious than screwing around with internet stuff. But you probably don't want to hear about that. The bottom line is that my internet's about 5 times faster, and and the uploading, which is the really important part, is about 10 times faster. So I should be able to do live streaming now without any problems at my full resolution. Right now I'm at 1920 by 1200, which is even higher than 1080p, and it seems to be streaming just fine. Very responsive. Alright, so yeah, what am I doing today? More Second Life. In fact, let me update the stream title. Oops. uh, Again. Yes. Okay. Hopefully that'll update. I'm still such a noob. But I've actually got the chat here too off to the side, so I'll be able to respond. And I have it integrated into the stream too, however it doesn't seem to be showing up for some reason. I've had a lot of trouble with this, getting this to work. Oh, there we go. It's showing up now. Great. Yeah, of course, because there wasn't any chat data, so that's why nothing showed up. But yeah, so if you chat, it will show up and become part of the stream too. Looks like YouTube's giving me a red flag for using an unsupported resolution, but fuck them, am I right? Okay, so this right here, alright. Sorry about that. This is going to take me just a little bit of technical screwing around. Hopefully that won't type into the chat box. There we go, okay. Got that ironed out. Also, if possible, I'd like to see the bandwidth. There we go. Okay, everything's green on everywhere except for on the stream window, but I think it's streaming just fine. It's just YouTube doesn't like my 1610 resolution. So right now the location I'm at is the LEA sandbox, LEA 5 to be specific. This is where I hang out most of the time because sandboxes are really important in Second Life. They're places that you can build without restriction, run scripts if you're a member, and I've been part of this sandbox for God knows how many years. Originally this was an IBM granted sandbox when IBM used to have a giant presence in Second Life, and a lot of IBM employees got involved in Second Life. Oh, this is cool. This is super cool. And of course, as you would expect, since they're employees of IBM, very high IQs and just brilliant individuals, and they fell in love with Second Life, of course, because it's the kind of platform that, quite frankly, attracts geniuses, because it's just there's nothing like it in the entire world. It's just incredible. This is awesome. So anyway, how this worked out was IBM was like, hey, Linden Labs, the owners of Second Life, we really like you, and we want to have a presence in Second Life. So they cut a deal with Linden Labs to get granted a whole bunch of sims. Sims are just like giant blocks of space within Second Life that you can build things. So they've had it like an enduring relationship with Linden Labs. I don't know how much they pay for these sims, but I'm guessing either a very reduced rate or or nothing at all. This is a pretty cool experiment. Looks like a pathfinding algorithm is walking around inside this maze here. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so IBM owns a lot of Sims in Second Life. I'm not sure exactly how many. There's several in this LEA complex, like 12 maybe. And anyway, they have this really cool program where they have grants, and they open up their Sims to artists. You have to apply to get a grant, and then basically you're like in charge of one of these huge Sims for a month or more. It depends on the terms of the agreement and stuff, but the reason that's a big deal is because if you were to pay for a sim yourself in Second Life, we'd be talking about like $1,000 or more a month. I can't remember exactly how much tier costs for an entire sim, but it's a lot of money. So most artists, especially 3D World artists, can't afford that level of financial burden on their measly artist incomes. So being able to get a granted sim is really kind of a big deal, and it's a great reciprocal kind of program for the artists and for LEA and IBM, because they get some of the most brilliant artists in Second Life put their projects up in LEA. Yeah, so anyway, all of that was just an introduction to, like, this is my stomping ground, LEA 5. This is where I hang out over here next to my good friend Patricia Ann's workspace. This is her little block that she usually builds on. She makes micro structures that are like really tiny, and this is sort of my spot over here. She's actually an IBM employee that I've known for several years, a really wonderful person who donates her time to managing this sim. But anyway, all of this is sort of beside the point. What I planned to do today was just to figure out if the streaming was working 100% now, so that I could actually have a decent stream in Second Life. And I have to say I'm pretty pleased with the results so far. And then secondly, I'm just going to do what I always do in Second Life these days, which is random explorations, which are always fun. So here's the world map, and like usual, I'm just gonna look around. I gotta tell you, I can't get over this high-speed internet. Like, I live out in the middle of nowhere pretty much in terms of United States geography, a very isolated area, and so getting high-speed internet here is very difficult and usually prohibitively expensive. However, there's a lot of quality organizations in the area that are working really hard to modernize our infrastructure. So thankfully that's something that has happened recently, and I'm one of the proud beneficiaries of that upgrading. So I have VDSL now instead of just regular DSL, which is barely good enough to do what I want to do here. Yeah, so this sim, A Little Slice, looks pretty interesting. Adult, 8 people, something interesting is going on over here. Kind of wary of this little, the word little in there, because occasionally you come across these very unsavory age play sims in Second Life, where people are like role playing as little kids, and it's kind of creepy as fuck. But so I don't know. We'll see. This looks like a good landing point right here. Yeah, right in the water. I missed the dock, or I'm in a boathouse or something. So yeah, I've never been to this sim. Nobody pays me to do this. I do it just for fun, so don't feel like there's some kind of weird backroom deal going on here. I like that floating pizza. I picked these sims totally at random. You couldn't get any more random than my selection process. The only thing that I have to worry about is accidentally going to a sim I've already been to. Yeah, so right now I'm just walking around at my usual pace. First personing it here. And as I've said countless times before, my favorite activity in Second Life is to just explore and go to a sim and then like inspect the objects and the assets and stuff, because for me Second Life is just a big art gallery. Hey, that's nice. 2 humping pigs. Look at that realism. Wow, they even have realistic pig sound effects. Let's see if I can crank up the volume here. Always want to turn the music off because unfortunately, because of copyright and stuff, that is gross. The pig's like drooling and everything. Yeah, you won't see this in many other video games, although I just played Far Cry 5 recently, and there's actually a mission in there where you have to shoot a bull that's in the middle of humping a cow to get like a special bull testicles for a testicle fest. Look at the detail in here. This is really nice, these hooks. Really good job on this mailbox. And I always like to check things out. You can go to object profile and then see who the creator is. Sway Dench, 11 years old. Oh, that reminds me, there was something I was going to check out that I started to do but failed the other week. Check out my profile and see how long I've been in Second Life. These take forever to load. I don't know why it's a weird thing about Second Life. I'm just going to minimize that until it loads. Wow, look at this. This is a really, really high quality build. Look at these springs. Ugh. It's a mesh object, so I'm having trouble finding a focal point. God, even the threads are articulated on these bolts and the washers. And this is a great wood texture. Kind of like pine. Yeah, this is freaking beautiful. I wouldn't mind having one of these in real life in my living room. Looks hella cozy. Great job on those pillows. Yeah, like I always tell people, like, you will not see better assets anywhere else in any quote-unquote game in the whole world. Second Life is unparalleled in terms of the level of detail you will find. Wow, look at this. Locks on the windows. Jesus Christ. This is like amazing detail. I am really impressed. And these textures too, these are top tier. Got the molding in there and everything. This is curious. So pigs seem to be like a theme. Maybe whoever likes this the hell is that, a squirrel? He's eating nothing, but that's kind of cool. Oh, here we go. Another role-playing thing. Alright, about. Here we go. 2006. Doesn't tell you how many years, but it does tell you how long I've been in Second Life. So yeah, my second favorite activity after exploring random Sims in Second Life is breaking into random people's houses and going through all their stuff. These are pretty nice little succulents. Oh yeah, I wanted to check out whoever made this thing right here, because this is amazing. Object profile. Corey Ito, 14 years old. Jesus Christ. That's a long time. Somebody who's been in Second Life since the beginning, practically. These roses are pretty nice, but the petals are a bit thick. Yeah, some of you will have already known from my previous streams, I really like the botanicals, one of my favorite things. Oh my god, look at this. All these bottles are articulated, and oh my god, even the caps are UV mapped. I gotta say, like, for me, this is extra special and fun because if you watched any of my previous Second Life streams, I was trying to do this, and it was like, not only was I hardly able to stream, it was like a slideshow, but when I actually was working on exploring, things were taking ages to load. Like, literally, I'd be sitting there for like 10 seconds before whatever I was looking at started to manifest. But now with the higher speed internet, it's like I only have to wait about 5 seconds at the most. This is pretty sweet too. Vespertine. I've heard of that brand name. Some of the quality of a lot of these assets sort of speak for themselves. Like, you can just tell at a glance how incredible they are. Like, look at this. Holy shit. You're gonna be hearing that a lot. Oh my god. Imagine seeing detail like this in any other game. Like, you just don't see this unless it's like an adventure game, you know, or like something like Riven, or like, oh my god, the poly count on this must just be astronomical. The texture work, everything. This is like, yeah, Corey Ito. I'm gonna have to look up his shop on the marketplace because these are just amazing. Like, holy shit. Even the, like, look at this subtle texture work in here. There's like a dark rim around there, just like in real life, to where the joinery would happen. All these rivets are articulated on here. That's just incredible. Doesn't look like the tables from the same manufacturer, but those chairs are just unbelievable. Yeah, I gotta admit though, the last few times I was in Second Life, the quality of the builds were not this incredible. Man, this, whoever owns this house really likes pigs. Like, a lot. Yeah, that's kind of lewd. They like must own every pig artifact in Second Life. Is that accurate? No, that's not accurate to my time. These are cool chairs. Come on. Still resin and textures. Wow. Yeah, a lot of details. Kind of interesting though how in this house, like, these are top tier, like AAA, and then this table here, for example, very low quality comparatively. I mean, it's not a bad table. I'm just saying it's like, it's on a different level than the other props. It's like there's some kind of windmill outside. That's cool. Let's see who made this. I feel kind of embarrassed about my own assets after going through a place like this, because these are just mind-boggling. I mean, I could make something like this, but I'm talking about like the other ones inside that have the incredible texture bakes. Although my problem is that I started making mesh objects in Second Life before I even had any idea both what I was doing as a 3D artist and like before it was a fully like established part of the system. So the problem with that was that there were a lot of bugs that had to get worked out and stuff. So what happened was I created most of my assets before all those bugs were worked out. So a lot of my stuff that I made is kind of crappy, and I feel kind of bad about it in terms of like the land impact or the UV mapping, sort of that combination. That's super creepy with these cats up here. It's kind of a cute cat though. Oh, there's one that looks just like my Maymay. Oh, God, that's adorable. Oh my God. Such a sucker for cats. That's my weakness. Pussy, I just can't help it. Sorry, that was gauche. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so I've only got like half an hour to stream today, but this has been pretty fun so far. These rooms are very like sparsely decorated for... This is neat, like a steampunk bedroom set here. Yeah, I've only got one person watching the stream right now, but if you I'm monitoring the chat, so if you see something and you're like, that looks really cool, I'd like to know who made that, just type it into the chat and I'll do an inspection on the item. Clearly this person's house is a work in progress because they haven't really finished decorating. Of course, the bathroom is one of the most important parts of the house, so they've got the bathroom done. This is nice. Apple Fall, huh? 7 years old. Yeah, look at this beautiful piece right here. These candles, that's kind of cool. These sprites for the flames, a lot more reliable than the particle system. This is a cool texture on that mirror. It really makes it look almost like it's a real mirror. Really like fogged up. Interesting hack there to simulate the bristles. More pigs. Nice little book nook. Apple Fall, they put their brand name on a book. That's clever, I guess. Interesting bathtub. Texture mapping's a lot less high pref. Oh, look at this detail work on this bureau here. This is nice. Non-interactive though, just aesthetic. Alright, I think I've been everywhere on the top floor. And there wasn't much else down here in the bottom floor. It's mainly just a very open space. Oh, here's a bird cage. I think I missed this earlier. Oh, that's just a prop, but oh, look at this octopus table. Huh. That's pretty cool. And they nailed that glass texture. Like, damn, it looks more or less completely real for Second Life at least. I didn't see this. Oh, I saw this piano, but I didn't like get a really close look at it. Alright, I think I've had enough of the pigs. Alright, so flying isn't turned off. I could explore the sim really quickly, but I'd actually much rather just kind of walk around since It looks like whoever owns this place put a lot of work into the landscaping. However, time is really limited, so I think I'm gonna fly up here and scope things out from above. Alright, so there's another house over here. A lighthouse. Like, what sim would be complete without a lighthouse? It's like one of the most quintessential structures in Second Life. I can't seem to fly over there because it's probably outside the bounds of the sim. That's my guess anyway. Let's see, Control Shift M for minimap. Yeah, look at that, the lighthouse is actually outside the sim. And that's kind of a cool technique that you can do to sort of cheat a little, like it still counts against your land impact, which is the number of objects you can have on your sim, but it doesn't take up space within the sim. But there's a limit to how far outside of the sim you can build. Oh wow, look at those pine cones on there. I get so easily distracted, like what the hell was I even doing? Right, there was like another house somewhere. This looks cool, there's like a little boathouse over here.
Oh.
Alright, gotta do a little inspection because this is so cool.
I didn't hear it.
Sounds like there's some people nearby on voice chat. Maybe I should turn my voice chat on and talk to them, but first I'm just gonna do a little exploring. Looks like I only have about 3 minutes left in the stream anyway. This clearly was mostly a symbolic bedroom. Oh wow, that's a cool effect on that door. Accordion doors, that's really neat.
Alright, Phil, we're getting a TP.
There's some guys over here doing whatever they're doing. I think I'm just gonna not bother them because there's other things to look at in this sim. Oh god, Hatsini Miko, whatever the fuck, I can't stand Vocaloids. Okay, what's this? Oh, it's built out of containers. Shipping containers. Butt pirate. I think I'm on a gay sim. Just a guess. Is that seriously one of my items? Oh yeah, look at that. I made this like a long time ago. One of my corrugated metal sheets, galvanized. Full perm. Honestly, I think it was one of the most versatile items I made, and it was to spec, not only to scale, but to the actual industrial spec of corrugated galvanized metal sheeting. Oh, there's my stream over alert alarm. But I'll wrap this up in a second. I just want to explore the rest of this room really quick. Sprite fencing. I don't know what this is. Something like sex room, I don't know. That's cool getting to see one of my items on a sim. It's still looking good after like 4 years. However long ago I made that. Yeah, this is definitely a sex dungeon type thing. One of the most common things you'll find in Second Life. This is no like showers where you simulate dropping the soap. I'm disappointed. Yeah, anyway. So that was exploration for the day. Let me see if I can find some actual ground to click on here. Alright, a little slice, a little of this and that, a slice of heaven, a slice of pie, a slice of the dream, a piece of Taylor, a piece of ass mustard milk system, and Ivory supported. Those are like role-playing things, group owned. Yeah. Anyway, let me quickly paste the URL into the chat so you can check this out if you feel like it. Yeah, anyway, that was today's stream. Hopefully I'll be able to do more in the near future. I'm just so excited about the ending right where I started, back in the water. Yeah, hopefully now that my bandwidth is adequate, I'll be able to do a lot more of these Second Life streams, because I think they're hella fun, even though next to nobody watches them. This has been your host, NeoToy Story, and hope you have a good weekend and whatnot. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.